through assignment, pricing based on demand forecast. I also had a video how the TSS in airlines. Please take a look. Also another example of decision support system in urban water system.
Daily to ensure they reach their destinations safely and on time. Automation systems and technologies are utilized in a number of ways from takeoff to landing. So, researchers at the William J. Hughes Technical Center developed decision support tools that help safety inspectors understand the impact of any change in air traffic control systems or procedures. These tools also provide guidance to mitigate safety concerns, preventing accidents or incidents before they occur. New tools will continue to support the FAA's mission, making flight safer with recognition and channel completion.
So actually, this is or the data, a lot of data actually in the aviation industry. They use a lot of data actually. So to control the traffic, and also because it's somehow in the how do you say the tower. They really need to make sure that they are all not in the accident. So there is the traffic control that is very important to make sure that safety for the passenger even and also for the airplane itself. Okay. So this is one of the examples. TSS for scheduling. They arrange the traffic from a traffic controller. Okay. And this is also an example TSS in urban water system.
Environmental decision support systems is one of the research labs at WIKINET. The laboratory of chemical and environmental engineering research of the University of Tacoma in Netherlands. Environmental decision support systems, or EDSS, are inventive information systems able to integrate neural networks, artificial intelligence techniques, or knowledge-based systems, which can be used to emulate or enhance the reasoning of S-class, geographical information systems, and environmental ontologies. Environmental decision support systems can reduce the time to assess the effect of decision, improve the consistency and quality of decisions, and translate data from complex systems into easily understandable form for decision making. And they can be instrumental in providing economic, social, and environmental methods to support sustainable management of systems and decision making. Taking its extensive knowledge of environmental systems and their complexities, WIKI has been able to develop EDSS for various applications, such as selection of wastewater treatment technologies, control of wastewater treatments, risk assessment of water system operation requirements, and integrated management of sewer wastewater treatment and water quality through integrated modeling approaches.
Provides a broad framework against emerging challenges like agriculture or greenhouse gas emissions to address for a more sustainable management of rural environment systems.
The Lectures Group is clearly in a position to strengthen activity research in the area of fundamental decisions processes for the urban water systems, as it is doing in European project cycles.
So from the video, oh, I didn't. When I was I studied in the food technology before, but I think that I already mentioned several times, and the food technology. And I worked in the company like a soy sauce, ketchup sauce, before. And in our factory before, in America, there is like a control pool for the waste. So before the like this one, literally like this one. So before the waste from the factory release to the river, they need to process first. We need to add some bacteria, and the bacteria will eat the chemical, so it will not harm the environment. And of course, every hour, because there is a three different pool, literally like this one, I just remember. And then another one is supposed to be smaller one. So this one is very thick and then very, thick. And then they need to take the data every hour to see whether it's the level of the harmful is tolerable. And then if okay, we need to open some fence, move to another pool, and then we need to take hourly the data whether the water is tolerable or not. Finally, the third one. And the last, I still remember, the last pool is like a pool or pond with a fish. The fish. So we have the last one before we release to the river. The pool is supposed to be there is a fish there. So if the fish survive with the water, it means that it's okay for the environment. But if the fish suddenly died or just or have some problem, so it means that it also impact to the environment. Okay. We cannot really, and if I'm mistaken, the fish is also rotate because somehow animal can adapt, right? So if we are already in a certain degree of weather, and our body have some mechanism to adapt. And also for the fish, so we need to replace the fish might be several months. So it's make sure that it's a new fish, and then they also have doesn't have an impact with the waste. The point is, we need to take the data hourly and then check from the diagram whether it's still in the upper below the upper level and above the lower level. So it's in the middle. So it's not stable. So this is the point that we can make decision. Okay, now we can release to the next pool. We can release to the next pool until the final pool, which is the fish pond. And after that, we can decide. Is the waste is safe enough to the environment. So this is why BSS is very important. You need to understand the data based on your real situation. Okay? BSS can include many types of computer systems. For example, knowledge management system or KMS help employees solve problems by sharing best practices. For example, Google's internal knowledge base. Marketing in decision support systems help decide where and how to run advertisement. For example, Coca-Cola using decision support system to target advertisement during sport events. Well, it's common, right? If there is a very international competition, for example, like World Cup, or maybe what else? International competition. Everyone, like the basketball competition, World Cup, or maybe it is very famous and everyone attract a lot of audience. They need to know, this is a good time to make advertisement, especially the one that related with sport or youth activity. If I'm mistaken, I also, because my first work is in the management training, so I need to understand several divisions. In the marketing advertisement, the most expensive one is in the around 7 until 9 p.m. in evening. Why? Because people already go home and then they are most likely they already stay at home, relax, and open they start watching TV. So usually advertise, if you notice, and in this period 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. a lot of advertisement, and they also very expensive. Also, for example, you see that if for the some product for mother for to cook kitchen product, they also have a timing. They will not advertise like maybe the 11 a.m. the one that when some mothers start to cook something. And for the kid, they will advertise in the weekend or after the school hour, maybe in the afternoon. So this is kind of like why we did this, to see the percentage of the data, how many people, how segmented people see the television. Next one is supply chain DSS, help manage production, inventory and deliveries. For example, Walmart system that track product demand and reorder stock automatically. Okay. Next one is help desk or diagnostic DSS, systems that help technicians troubleshoot and repair products. For example, Dell's technical support system. Okay. Up to now, any question? So what is challenge implementing DSS? If you have any idea, what do you think the challenge implementing the decision support system? Anyone have any idea? What is the challenge when we would like to engage in decision support system? Anyone? Maybe what is the main challenge? What do you think the most difficult things when we make decisions based on data? What do you think? Anyone? What do you think if you just imagine that you have your marketing team or you just have a lot of data, which one is the most challenging part for you to make decisions when you deal with a lot of data? Anyone? What is the challenge in implementing the decision support system? Would you like to try to just imagine what is the main challenge you have when you would like to make decision and you need to read a lot of data? Yes, Mayra?
That you need to train your team to know how to read and how to use new tools for data analyzing.
Right, you have to train your team. You have to train your team first. You have to understand how to at least to report the data or analyze the data. I think that I already told you like in this class or in this class like 2 years last year your senior I think last 2 weeks your senior had difficulties to I was angry because there is a data in the Excel and they cannot make a graph with that data in Excel. It's very basic, but they cannot do it. I mean, it's like that's kind of like shameful if you already take a degree, almost you have 1 year, and you still cannot do some very basic data analysis, especially using Excel. Well, train the for example like this one. This semester I will try to introduce a Power BI. At least you can see how to simple one is Power BI. Nowadays Excel is already out of date. You know, Excel is when you use a data is for mainly for calculating, but for reading or reporting the data, Power BI is more a little bit advanced. It's still basic, but still bit advanced. So training training your employees is also important so they can understand the meaning of the data, where to take action. Okay. Anyone else would like to? Yes, Devi, Yana.
The cost to maintain the system and to regularly update the system
regularly update this system. Why? Because
Because you have to consistently update data to get accurate, to get the most accurate data, right? But
Yes.
you have to, the maintenance cost is much more expensive.
yeah, we have to also update the software itself, update the data, because you also need to train the data. Because it's always keep changing. If the data is overload, because somehow is, you know that even Tron class, we put everything in Tron class, right? Even your assignment. Tron class will be reset for every 5 years. So if you are operating for years and then you would like to stay 1 more year here, you still have the data. But if you would like to stay in university for 6 years or 7 years, the maximum 7 years, your first year data, your first assignment, your data is gonna be, it's gonna be gone, it's gonna be lost because they will reset. This is why they need to reset the data and also update, because they also need an update. I think that the Tron class will be keep updating for 5 years. Before, I think, like, if I'm mistaken, I use a scan QR code for attendance, right? The other one is also a new feature is using number. Well, let's try somehow. So there's also a new update of the version of the Tron class. Okay, so I will just say very quick. So the challenge in the SS data quality integration. That's true. Relies on accurate and complete data, so data quality is very important. High cost and resource requirement. Of course, you need to invest software. You need to invest a software to build this system, and also train the employee. Also need cost. User resistant and lack of training, like what Mayra said. The employee may resist using this new system because they are used to traditional decision making. Maybe you're using the intuition, or maybe using what else? I don't know. Or using this PowerPoint to report the data, or using Excel. Somehow it's too hard for you to make a report using Excel. This one. Security and privacy concern. If the asset often handles sensitive data, if not secured properly, it can lead to breaches and loss of trust. Okay, so I think I will cover this material next week. I will explain the class activity first, so you have time to do it later on. I will just very quick. So from BSS, we will move to business intelligence, which is our class. So BSS is the root where we learn this course. So from BSS, and then we will learn business intelligence. So over time, GSS evolved in business intelligence. Back then in 1990, and they slowly from, because we have a data mining, AI, so they are most like evolved into business intelligence. Like I think also explained in some of you that, do you know why this email or they can categorize itself as spam email, right? Because we train the data. This is also because of data mining. If you use a lot of data, a lot of people report this email as a spam, so they will understand, oh, so this kind of email, if the content of congratulation, you have a reward, is most likely can be sent to the spam folder. Okay. This tool will help analyze large amount of data quickly, find pattern, track and insight, make faster, smart business decisions. So this is how DSS, decision support system, evolved to business intelligence because of we now have a data mining, AI, and then machine learning. Because of this new era, DSS will move to business intelligence. Okay? We'll stop here. Any questions? I will continue this one in next week. Before it, I would like to continue explain what we will learn about Power BI. Last week, I asked you to create simple graph using Power BI. Now we simple graph with, and you set the goal, and then they will show you the data. How many people achieve the goal and how many people do not achieve the goal. Okay. Now I would like to continue how to make several graphs, several diagram, so it's easier for you to report your data later on. Okay. So if you would like to download Power BI, this is the link. But this computer inside already have Power BI. So if you use your computer, school computer, you do not need to download because the computer has Power BI itself. But if you would like to do it in your laptop, you need, this is the link, okay? And you can see how to download. Okay? You just download and then install, okay? And it's free. Okay. Now, like last week, I would like you to use a sample data when this is the main interface. When you just open the Power BI, this you will see the main interface just like this. Okay? So this is the main interface, and you can add your data by use sample data. So Power BI, they provide a sample data. And this one, they use your sample data. Here, you can click it. And you can use the sample data. Okay. And there you can, and then it takes some time to import it. Here, later on you just click load sample data. So literally step by step, just like what I present on the PowerPoint. But if you use the computer in the laboratory, this laboratory they use Chinese Mandarin, traditional Mandarin. So you need to be careful. Okay? And then because they provide two sample data, financial and sheets. One, so please do not sheet one first because financial is most likely for finance. So we prefer to use this one, sheet number one, and they will have like a more kind of like a product market, like a segment, country, product, discount. If there is discount now, unit sold, sale, and then profit. It's more like marketing data. Okay, so we use the first sample data here. Sheet number one, just this one, and look. You need some time to import the data. Okay. Moving forward, when your data already ready, if your data already imported, there is some visualization bar here. The visualization bar and data panel. Visualization panel and data panel. Now, today we would like to create several charts. Okay, just from the simple one, we start to use stock bar chart. We use bar chart. Okay, so here, this is the data already ready. Here, this is the data set number one, and then in the tab visualization, there's separate chart you can use to present your data to simplify reporting the data. So if your manager someday asks, please give some data, so you can make a diagram easily using the data. Like what I said, today we will try to use tag bar data. So you click it here. You can arrange the size, and then moving forward. First one, I would like you to report what the product and sales. So what is the correlation with product and sales? For example, you have a product A, how much they successfully they sell in the market. How to do that? So y-axis, y is in the vertical. Remember, y is the vertical axis. Please choose the product. So for the y-axis, you choose the product. While the x-axis is the horizontal one, the horizontal line. Choose sales. So This one you need to click sheet number 1 first. Here. And then choose profit as the, or you can drag here. You can drag to y-axis. Well, sorry, it's not the profit, it's the product, right? Product. Okay, and then for the x-axis, it's the sales number. So you can drag the sales. Okay, so you will have this kind of product: Paseo, Fidelity, Filo, Amarilla, Montana, Cartera, and they have the number here. So it's more advanced than Excel, because in Excel you need to type the product, the axis, the title of the axis by yourself in the Excel. But in the Power BI, it automatically show up and is ready to show. Okay, this is the one of the advantage Power BI compared to the Excel. Excel is still do some manual things to present the diagram, but in the Power BI it's more automatically. This is the first diagram. Okay, that is the first diagram. Okay, you can also add some separate diagram for several information. Let's try another diagram, is pie chart. We also have a pie chart in the Power BI. So you just click unclick first. You need to unclick first. Remember, if you click it, if you change using the pie chart, it's going to be changed directly. So you need to unclick and then click the pie chart, and they will appear below. Okay, remember. Okay. In the pie chart, you can try to report another thing. For example, sales by country. Sales by country. For example, in United States, how many percent they successfully sell the product? Okay? So in the pie chart, usually more simple or more simple criteria. We can try how sales by country. Okay. For example, for the country, you can put the country into the legend. So there is a country here. You can drag into the legend here. Okay. Sorry, this is the title. This one, and then this one is the value is the sales. I think supposed to be this one. Oh, sorry, listening country. This one. Which doesn't work. And sales. Okay, this one. So this is, for example, how the sales based on the country. So you can see here. You can also the good things also with the Power BI. You can click the country. If you click this, you can click the file. If you click the file with the what country is it? Mexico. The Mexico, you can see the data. If you click the United States of America, they will change. If you choose the France, you can change. They can change. So this is also the good things in Power BI. You can, everything is automatically. If you use Excel, it's hard. You need to have several things you manually, so it will automatically change. So next, when you would like to report to your boss using this Power BI, it's easier for you. Okay. Now, the last thing is you can add data slicer. You can change data slicer. You can add data slicer. What is data slicer? It's easier for you to choose the data. The data slicer, here there is some icon here. They call it slicer. You can click and input to the Power BI. For example, like this one. There is a data slicer here. Is it data slicer? You click it. Then it will appear here. So this is data slicer. In the data slicer, you can input several things. For example, visualization by product and by field. Product and by field. So, for example, you can drag product to the field. Product, where is the product? Here, and you can drag it and put it here. Sorry. Product. Okay, so you can use data slicer to change. So if you would like to only choose Paseo product, they will appear specifically for this product. If you would like to use Amarilla product, I would like to see Amarilla product, they will see the information specifically for Amarilla. The same one with the other product. Okay? If you uncheck it, it will appear. Now, this one is the very basic dashboard, and you can try the slicer to see how it's different. So, what we need to do today is just only tweak this one, make yourself familiar with this software first, and tomorrow is getting more complex. Not tomorrow, next week we will start to report more complex, but this week and last week just make yourself familiar first. What you need to do is create a simple dashboard report in Power BI, following a post step. Please choose two products and explain according to the chart. So in the Power BI you can also choose another two products. If I'm mistaken, they have some things to choose. Keep on filter. You can keep it on, so you can have the maybe there are two. Let me check. It's supposed to be have two. Yeah. If they can, then just choose one by one. That's totally fine. And then save your work. You can save it. And or screenshot is also okay. Screenshot. Maybe the chart save is more better. Save is better. Save your work, and then you need to answer these two questions I put in the trump card. So I have two questions you need to answer. Okay. Before you work, let's have 7-hour attendance. Make sure you scan successfully, and also make sure that you scan successfully. If you have a successful scan, please raise your hand. If you cannot scan, please raise your hand. Okay, make sure everything's good. Now, you can start to do your class activity. If you have any question, you can ask me.